It's DOWSEY versus OpiWrites. And if there's any barns that are going to be burned, it's going to be now. Both of these players are what's the word? Really good. They're fantastic players, and it's really hard to pin how good they are. With OpiWrites, he's had wins. He beat Warning Track in the Winter Cup, which was he was the tournament organizer, and lost to Kaylee. And then he's been quite dominant in gold, except for playing against Yeesh. And so we're saying that OpiWrites is probably worse than Kaylee and Yeesh, and that really doesn't say much. Being
Like,
worse than Kaylee and Yeesh is everybody else in the game also.
yeah, there's a long list of those people there.
With DOWSEY, he won Challenger in Season 4, and then he won Silver in Season 5. That makes a long list of people that DOWSEY's better than, but he hasn't really had that high-level competition in situations where he's been at full strength. He has lost a couple matches in cups. He lost the final against Yeesh, and he did lose in Winter Cup to OpiWrites, I believe 8-4, and then also Rio getting knocked out of groups. But DOWSEY will happily claim that he was rusty in all three of those games, and therefore they don't count as much as, say, this one. These guys have no excuses at this point. They're both really excited about this match, and in a really tough group, um, it's an important match too.
Yeah, like I said, we have two, perhaps three groups that are really rough. So G for God help us and L for lethal.
Yeah, these two are the favorites. Not saying much because the other players in the group are Magician 1099, who's also in a similar situation where we go, yeah, he lost in Diamond, so he's worse than Kaylee. We already knew that. Everybody's worse than Kaylee. And Nanthalus, who's been predicted to get fourth, and I question that at first. Then you look at the rest and you go, okay, it's fine.
Exactly.
Nanthalus had a lot of success when he was in SCL. I think the biggest hit against Nanthalus is he might be a bit rusty compared to the rest of the SCL competitors. This group is an absolute bloodbath. Two people will get knocked out, and two players are going to be miserable going through the rest of it. We'll watch this game here first, though. Same setup as always: ballroom, courtyard, library, high rise, and we got DOWSEY starting on looks like wheels.
Or
Yeah, wheels.
salmon?
Nope, it's wheels.
It's wheels. Okay.
Yep, we got our panic fishes in chat. Got DOWSEY as the spy, and we'll get started on this in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Who do you think will win in this
Tie.
match?
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
I'm gonna cop out and just say it's 4-4, and it's 3-3 going into high rise. We have
Okay.
a bit of cover here, but we're right next to the ambassador. If you're ever concerned about the bug potential, it just means that that was not the most sound microfilm. We are not dead though,
Yeah. The
especially
head
for a white.
movement was definitely seen. Definitely, well, theoretically visible.
Yeah, visible, seen, and actually seen are three different things.
Yeah.
Uh, it would have been peripheral. It was quite chaotic. There's a lot to watch for, particularly at the very beginning of parties.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ton of people at the very front of the party, just window goers and front conversations. Surprising amount of cover.
We are going
This
back to
is
the same bookshelf to flirt, and Ambassador comes right there again as
we
well.
deja vu. Um, yeah, this book must have been really interesting. Uh, I guess the pickup line there is like, "Hey, have you read this book? I was just here a minute ago, and it was really good." Get
I
that
want to
51%.
reread it. I want to relive all of that again.
Let's go tell Cowboy about our book one more time and go get finish this flirt. JK,
Or
we're
not.
going to go to the banana bread conversation. Banana bread, double agent conversation. This looks like a really good banana bread if we want to take it.
Yeah, only small man out of convo though. And I mean, it's
Yep.
a small man, so you may not want to lose him.
It did look like it was going to get better, and it actually has only gotten worse.
Yeah.
Um, there was only 2 people out, and now there's 5. So DOWSEY making a fair decision here, going to potentially finish the flirt, or at least get it to a good 86%. We hit the green. We hit the green. We're complete with flirt. We could bug here, but Wheels' bug in this situation is not very good if you know what to look for. The arm coming off the armrest is really brutal.
Banana bread.
This is one option here. If we do the fake banana bread, we can line up a bug. Looks like DOWSEY's waiting a few seconds there to let Opie do his low lights and get the bug off. We still have a microfilm in pocket.
Yeah, so we do need a second one, but what's our finish? Oh, the real banana bread.
Okay, so Pearls does give us a bit of cover. We really want to hit the green test here. White and greens are very different. Slap that book. We're not shot. OP's just not ready for these action test microfilms, and there's no reason you really would be. It's not a particularly common mission to be done on Ballroom. Double Agent is doing us a favor, but they could leave us if they take a drink and run away. Quick banana bread makes sense
Banana
given
bread.
that Double Agent stays. We white test. We're looks like we're fine. Obi's got to be suspicious that someone's finishing, but he doesn't know who. DOWSEY up 1-0.
Yeah, quite well. I'd say decently well played by DOWSEY, but it's just there were those
Banana bread.
microfilm tests missed by OP, which potentially caused the win.
Yeah, he had 3 animations he could catch. He could catch either microfilm or the bug. He missed all 3. Otherwise, a very clean game from DOWSEY. Just give him a few opportunities, and Opie doesn't capitalize on them. We got Opie playing more Mr. A. We got more Disney. Um, and we'll see if he can match DOWSEY's good spy start in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Okay. No cheese today. We're just going to come over to this conversation and not do the reverse drive-by that's absolutely been fed to us.
Today's not over yet, though.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. 15 seconds in, and this is respectful.
This is such an interesting flirt yet anti-flirt positioning.
Yeah, we're not flirting immediately, and we give it a bit of space. If we can hit a green test, we do put ourselves in a spot where we can easily two flirt. 27%, we still need to hit a green, but I think OP needs to expect to hit a green if he's going to be finishing flirt anyways. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
Been
Robert's
relatively,
having statues, potentially a good thing to know for later.
yeah, it's a relatively quiet party. I think Rocker is the only person who's been to statues. If I'm paying attention, I'm
I
definitely
think
not.
so too.
That's a good wrong arm bug.
That was a great book.
Yeah, I didn't catch it on the sniper side, but because of the wrong arm and the pillar and the people cover that come from particularly Irish, it's a really hard bug to catch and a really hard bug to suspect. I wouldn't be surprised if DOWSEY was able to see the other arm and actually thinks it very much wasn't a bug.
Yeah. Brocker gets highlight for doing full statues. We don't get a highlight for our first visit.
Yeah, I think that uh, consistent with DOWSEY's play previously. He's taken flirt. No, taking briefcase low lights. Okay. Um, so yeah, Rocker's just doing innocent books. We honestly, I would like to see us push for the 51% flirt. Standing in this spot is going to result in a 4 or 5 flirt. The
Yeah,
other
we're
option is
definitely.
go swap
Go ahead.
Rocker's statue, but Twin's going to go take that. Double agents outside of conversation. We're running ourselves out of the clock.
I'm not sure. I suppose we still just try to frame Rocker.
I
She's in a
we
common
got
with.
a free bug. We should be finishing, but we're now relying on both our seduction target, our ability to green test, and the double agent to all work out with us in the next 45 seconds.
Well, one of those definitely does.
Rocker takes a drink. I don't know why. Yeah, she's literally the only person who's done anything in the party, and she gets shot. I don't know why that shot at that particular moment. Um, but I feel like it was just a. This is the only person that really could be the spy, just because you had no hint on the bug. Did Ambassador take a drink?
I don't think so.
Yes. Yes. Thank you,
Yeah,
Nils. I yeah, I had that inkling in my mind that I'd seen the ambassador take the drink, but they low light the ambassador, makes it hard. Okay.
that it does.
Ballroom's spy wins are not too unexpected. I feel like moving into Courtyard, both of these players think that they should win every game on Courtyard sniping. We'll do DOWSEY on red dress first in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Like always, though, it's Courtyard. It comes down to can you bamboozle your opponent once? Be it a sneaky bug, a cheeky swap, maybe like a nice long reject chain purloin. If orange dress rejects here, for example, I wouldn't mind a purloin. She does not,
Yeah,
and
so
then
we
just
just leave there innocently and leave soon after that, though. We get a. We don't start a flirt yet. We're gonna wait for our turn to talk. Which is not unexpected within this kind of level of players.
yeah. When it comes to both very good snipers, it's really a balance of how much respect can you afford to give, because you want to give as much as possible, but if you give too much, then you run yourself out of clock. So it's a real balance, and I think waiting till it's your the time to talk and stealing the talk if it's not actually your time to talk makes sense. At least sometimes. Taking a
Fair.
bug path here, ooh, that's not a good
Oh,
bug.
that should have
Yeah,
been seen. Yeah.
should have been seen, was seen, and bullet goes through the hair. Doesn't brush by though. We take it 2-1, and it's gonna be Opie's choice. Hopefully he doesn't do just a real basic bug like that. It's gonna need to be a bit more clever. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. We had an opportunity there, but the ambassador decides to turn away. I wouldn't mind an early fingerprint.
It does seem juicy, but and
We're not requesting, but Toby might end up over here anyways.
and he does. We do
Yeah.
get the principal one. Lovely. It luck's on our side. And our
Now,
escape comes next to us.
yeah,
Not enough
46%.
for the yeah, not enough for a proper green one, but she came next to us. We take those.
Yeah, what we want here from the ambassador is for him to continually sipping that drink, because we need a second fingerprint, and it's hard to get two non-briefcase fingerprints on Courtyard, because if one of them is a drink print, it means the ambassadors had their hands full for, say, 60, 90 seconds. They're not going to be able to go to statues, typically. Um, ambassador
There's
on the
still that
move.
there's still that briefcase option though, about to be
Yeah.
snatched by Alice.
The briefcase option is really going to put stress on the sniper of did they catch the first fingerprint, and it was a chaos take by the ambassador. This fake is really unfortunate. Wow. Yeah, we get highlight for it. We're getting so much suspicion because the one person in our conversation is the suspected double agent.
Yeah,
Um,
the odds were in theory in our favor, but it turned out that so yeah, it made sense to take that.
if double agent can do us a favor and come into this conversation, that'd be fantastic. I would like a fake covered by, and then a real. Um,
especially
and
not
this,
that far apart.
yeah, especially since we're already credited with the banana bread. Um, we don't have the completion that we need to finish this at the moment. We can get some missions done really quickly if Ambassador goes to statues. Ambassador baiting us there, looking like he really wanted to go get his fingers dirty.
Banana bread.
How are we just talking during banana bread? For someone who hasn't actually done anything, like in specs particularly, we're not looking particularly unspy-like.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the thing is, we are in trouble. We are taking that briefcase, which is still printable. Um, this
Huh.
conversation is too, and we get shot for the second print.
Yeah, I'm watching the bug over again. Up, the arm sticks out a bit. I think if we didn't have the highlight, that bug was much more likely to succeed. But because there's just too many lowlights and the arm sticks through a low light, it does get seen. Uh, Really cheeky play actually. We're trying to finish with a bug instead of ever doing the inspects on Courtyard. Not particularly common.
But if it does go well, it usually has a
Banana
great
bread.
payoff, I dare say.
Okay. Puts us at 2-2. Dowsey playing his mom. I am interested to see what these guys do to try and get a spy win on a map like Library, where very much like Courtyard, both of the snipers expect to win. We'll do it in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
It's a bit interesting that for me, library was very often spy favorite map.
Is Nanthless in the chat?
He
Because
has
we've seen this position before. Dowsey notoriously in a tough set against Nanthless did 4 time ads in that position.
Banana bread.
In this case, deciding not to do it. That's an attempt at a bug. Really good try, but the ambassador bounces off us, and the bug actually incredibly far from hitting. But if it hit, it would have been fantastic, and there's no way to really suspect it unless you catch the banana split, which is still suspicious in itself.
Yeah, but I think our walking there was okay for that not to be suspicious.
Okay, we got the banana bread done, and it's time. It's time to try to flirt. Red dress runs away as soon as we get anywhere near us. Queen does a reject. We're behind the pillar. This purloin makes sense. We do not green it though. It's gonna be on OP to react. We're gulping.
We
Where's the
are visible having taken that. Were we seen though? That's the question.
Okay, list is seen. Lowlights are considered, but there's already a ton of lowlights on this side of the party. There's not much to really do. It doesn't really feel like lowlighting Duke apparently, and everybody else is on the right side of the party that was at all considered suspicious. Looks like we got away with it more or less, though.
It would seem so, at least for now. Yes, usually you can still feel where it's I'm not highlighting that person for strategy reasons. But in this case, it just seems we're getting got off scot free from there. We are with an okay mission progress. I see here. We do need that second flirt nowish, hopefully,
We're not taking it
preferably.
at the windows here, which is interesting. There's a couple reasons you wouldn't take this flirt. Is one if you think you're really suspicious, and you just don't want to. Yeah, okay. The other is you just think you can't get there in time without looking suspicious, and you'll meet them where they go next.
Yeah. And Orange Sorry got next to RST close at windows already as well. So three people standing closely to each other. Uh, that attracts attention.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily suspicious, but it's eye-catching, and you try not to be eye-catching if you're playing a game like this.
Yeah, especially with that many lowlights at this point.
Exactly. We need to do something. We're in another position to set up another bug, but the ambassador is not going to get kicked out anytime soon. They're actually quite likely to just go return their
Banana
book.
bread.
This is a fake banana bread. Are we trying to frame someone? Just
I'm
more
not
low
sure.
lights potentially, but uh, I don't know who would be on, honestly. Seek was over there in conversation talking, but he wasn't with a double agent, so I don't know. We're running out of time though. If we're actually going to be planning on completing missions, we're going to need to move. Going and doing a bug and fingerprint would be typical. Doesn't look like Dowsey's that interested. He's just keeping an eye down the alleyway.
We don't really have time for fingerprints not anymore, unless we do a timeout, of course. But yeah, it's just one of those. I don't know. Dowsey isn't even looking around. Well, he just started now, to see what else could be done. It's just sort of this nervous stagnation, as it were.
Yeah, we're either doing nothing. The only ways that you get away with the time ad is really cheesy, or if you do it at the same time as someone else. Um, this is really cheesy. We're just gonna go with really cheesy. It looks like green test behind the pillar. Looks like the laser at least came over to check us. It might not be us specifically, but yeah, with that highlight, we're not completing 3 missions.
Yeah, we would still definitely need at least one more timeout for those as well.
Yeah, so the slow beeping mechanic is quite weird. If you get another green time ad, it doesn't slow the beeping even more. Missing pad here. Doesn't look like it was on camera though. Uh, we wouldn't have time added just to flirt. Opie doesn't need to shoot for the flirt. If we were just wanted to flirt, we would have went and flirt. This is cheeky.
Another timeout?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not a mission though. Opie's not required to shoot, but he's just getting more lowlights. The other problem
Yeah,
is,
great control on OP side for those.
if we do end up completing, it will trigger overtime. So we can't do things like middle statue as our last mission because it's just gonna get a shot for the beeping.
You
Um,
can't really keep time adding though either.
yeah, just who's left? It's just us and uh Duke and us and Duke. It's just us and Duke. Um,
Yeah.
Opie doesn't even need to look at the middle of the party. It looks like he's leaning towards us. Maybe not in suspicion, but because the ambassador's here. Ambassador running away means we can go between the two of them. Another time ad. It's not going to be a mission, but at some point, are you going to shoot for a green time ad?
And if the low light comes off on Duke,
We are
which
literally
means
the only person left in the party who's
and we're
not
still not
not a
getting
low light.
shot.
Okay, white time ad. Is that going to be a shot? You can shoot for a white time. It doesn't even change the sniper. We're so deep into overtime, it goes from 0 to 0.
It's like timeception or something.
Okay, we still need 2 more missions if we're completing. There's literally nobody who isn't low light except for us. May as
And
well
the
complete microfilm when it's not on, or go purloin twice. Oof. Waiting for Dowsey to go put that book in the yellow bookcase, but he's just not gonna do it. Opie's trying to watch lowlights, I guess, because he's still moving
just in
around. But
case.
the most of the here we go, here
Oh,
we go.
there we go. Finally.
Okay.
That was a
Heads up,
game and
guys.
a half. Almost literally time. What?
I love it that a time ad that was a white test was so deep into the game that it didn't change the sniper clock at all. Because that's what I was expecting the shot to come off was a white time ad, because Dowsey just couldn't continually hit greens. As a heads up, guys, OP is going to be doing a stream after this. It's like a Twitch premiere, so it's already pre-recorded. Going over uh, this set, and now I understand why. Because
Definitely. So,
he,
that
he
will be on
clearly wants to talk about this game in particular.
yes, that will be on twitch.tv/SpyParty
Fantastic.
And yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get a real game from Opie in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
I mean, you say real game, but then the games like the one that we just had is what creates the memories and the stories and the
Oh yeah.
moments.
Um, or you can just time it
Or
at the beginning
I
of the
mean,
match. when it's less suspicious and not have to get to a point where you have to time add 4 times at the end of the game.
I mean, you might as well return the favor, right?
It does happen. Against certain players, cough, Bananaconda, cough. I do like to be aggressive in the first game because it kind of just baits them into being aggressive themselves. You kind of set a tempo for the match that really shouldn't happen because Sniper and Spy are 2 different games entirely, but it ends up happening. This is a good purloin. So we hit a green. Toby should run away. We're gonna get highlight for the bug, but we're not dead, and General's bug is very good. Uh, this is a rush potentially, though we would need to be swapping this if it's gonna be like hard rush.
I don't think I'm pretty sure we'd be dead for a swap there, because we already got highlight for the bug quite before we went to statues. So instead, just the inspect sounds a much more reasonable choice.
Okay, we're getting a cheeky flirt here. Mom was the one who took, and it did take quite a while. It looks like there was a reaction from DOWSEY, but it's not an incredible reaction. We actually do still have a good double-digit number of suspects available. Um, this could come down to something like an inspect swap and really relying on a good animation and Disney's big body, and just it being so early in the
Banana
game.
bread.
Or we can just flirt and banana bread. Or
Yeah,
sorry, flirt and inspect.
uh, yeah,
I,
that will finish. But
I I think the purloin has potentially distracted from the fact that we did a bug path. Dowsey has to be very cognizant that he was suspicious of General for more than just the purloin.
yeah, but the thing is, I'm fairly certain that the second statue inspect will get a shot here.
Yeah, so you have a couple options here. You can complete it as a rush. If we just go to statues now, we've spent half the time in the game. The other option is delay it as long as you can. Just spend 2 minutes messing about around the party, go take a book out and return it to the same bookcases, sort of things, and just do your inspect at the end. Just showcase off your ability to look like an AI. Um, or you can just stand here and reject drinks like a spy would. Yep, I mean this is less proactive, but it's still a fine choice. I just think it's the most spy of the options.
You're just not doing anything much, staying in the same conversation. Probably just trying to lull Dowsey into this, false sense of security regarding General specifically.
Yeah, OP does have the lead. If he can get an inspect here and take no bullet for it, he will be up 4-2 going into high rise. Statue's blocked. We could be just be getting shot for the swap here, but yeah, the shot just comes off.
Yeah, the shot just comes off for the second inspect late in the game, considering the former suspicion.
Yeah, I mean the count makes sense, right? The banana bread's definitely happened.
Yeah,
We I've definitely finished flirt. List is gone, and you highlight for the bug path.
yeah.
As long as your memory doesn't betray you, and Dowsey's rarely, if ever, does, then it's just down to inspects, and he went to statues twice.
Exactly.
Shot completely justified. Patience completely justified. Well played, Dowsey. We move on to high rise. It's 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, at least one half of your predictions has come true.
I like being right.
Who doesn't?
Let's. Yeah, we got a real setup here. Microfilm still possible, but not turned on. Hate that we have to clarify that now. And we're playing some Queen in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Yeah, Zero's still in the chat going, HR, like he doesn't realize that doing a microfilm when microfilm isn't on is questionable behavior. As a heads up, guys, the AI, even when microfilm's not turned on, will not return it to the incorrect bookcase. I've never seen it, and I have tried to see it, research into it. This AI control is very suspicious.
And yeah, we get a watch tech early in the game. We get a statue visit next to Ambassador.
Yeah, so we saw from Zero's game that doing the AI control, hoping that your character does something that's not suspicious. Um, we did not make a good break for that briefcase, and I think we should have. Uh, does work out sometimes, like Zero's AI was quite AI-like. Ours does a bug path and goes to side statues immediately. So DOWSEY, um, if he's going to commit to doing missions, he's made. But if he was trying to just play a frame game, the AI's done nothing for him.
And actually done badly, even. But yeah, we do have 51% flirt. We do have two statues, so we have a lot of
Oh,
progress. Instead, we
so
just
we went for bug, hoping that Taft would go towards the windows or maybe the blue bookcase. He goes to statues. We're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm actually kind of surprised it was seen. It was so far away from the ambassador, but Obi clearly also thought that it was a good bug opportunity. Catches it, takes the lead. Dowsey doesn't lose. Dowsey ties. I don't think he's lost in uh, Beyond Cups previously, but Opie did beat him last time. Let's see how it's going to end on Opie as Orange. Sorry. There's only 7 suspects, by the way. High Rise is tiny.
high race is small, yeah.
If you take a random shot, you're 1 in 7. Hopefully, Dowsey does a bit more than that in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Yeah, so OP is guaranteed a tie, and Dowsey still needs to win this to get there.
I think this inspect might be premeditated. I think he just wants to be the more suspicious person. Twin also going to statues means that there's a couple people to watch for. Uh, Twin needs the highlight. I assume that we will also do so once we pop out from behind the wall. I don't know. Maybe Dowsey has some more tech in regards to very specific statue etiquette, like put downs or something.
Might be. I think from what I've noticed, he just highlights for the finished statues.
Which is concerning because Twin was at a side statue. And we were
Alright.
at a side statue, so we should be treated similarly. Um,
Yeah, and
one would
there's only one twin
one would
remaining.
assume.
Well, the important part is that we are not highlight. Whatever the reason is. Uh,
Um,
RDA is out of convo, though.
DA is out of conversation, but there's plenty of space for them in the future. I wouldn't mind a twitch closer to just put ourselves in a possibility to get 51%. It doesn't really matter if you're not going to hit the green test. This is why I think a twitch would
Oh,
have been
God.
appropriate. We got the Tobo percent. We're at 99. Everything's terrible. Um, Not because it's a bad position, because it just really feels bad.
It's just like you were so close.
Rocker's a big suspect. I would like to see her come into conversation before Banana Bread. She does not abide. SDA leaves. Another highlight leaves. This double agent opportunity to contact is not there anymore. We still need
Yeah.
to flirt. We still need a third mission. What are you feeling for that third mission? Just finish up the inspects, or are we just framing?
Uh, if we can get a good bug, I would go for that. I would dream for a bug there and then just not even finish statues. Or do
Orange
a
Dress
statue.
does have good bugs. We're not going to be able to react much because she's just so slow for like things like walking bugs. Um, but hopefully, yeah, here we go. Seduction target comes to us. Banana Bread's not terrible if you have some knowledge about Disney or Twin being highlights. Getting better and better. Come on, Rocker. Get in here. Everybody in the ship. Let's go.
Okay,
Banana
I
bread
think this
has
is
to
where
come
you
off.
banana bread. And you hit a green.
10 seconds. Having it 46. We get past it. It's been 10 seconds. Dowsey's not shooting for the banana bread. He needs something more. Will it be Opie going to statues? Do not pathetically time out, please and thank you.
I think we're getting shot for statues. Coming back next to Oprah again is not a good choice.
Ambassador could come our direction and we could do like a mug bug.
Fair.
I would consider no, now this bug looks terrible. This is gonna get a shot.
Yep, the hand was seen.
Yeah, I think the bug that you want in that opportunity is the ambassador coming through, and then you just try and beat him up and get the a bug without helicoptering too much, with the option if it doesn't work out to go to statues and get shot there instead. The walking bug there is just very suspicious with only 10 seconds left, and it would have caused overtime anyways. Well
Yeah,
played,
and you can
Rum.
see the hand fingers movement there at the end as well.
Uh, to be clear, I had absolutely no knowledge of how this game resulted. So when I said it was 3-3 and then ended up tied 4-4, I almost feel bad now, but uh, it was the result that was predictable. Both these players playing very precise snipers, and I figured, and they're very even. Uh, they're gonna move on in this group to have to play Magician and Anthless. That game will be cast
Unfortunately.
on Sunday, along with 3 other games being cast. Uh, and this group is very much not over. Both these players could go through. Both these players could drop out, and it's all up for grabs.